So upon an inspection of my research here, the moisture, so here I am, it's been a day since I last did put the cups in here inside the soil, and as you can see here, the soil is very wet. It's super wet. Like there's moisture within the soil. You can see it on my fingers a little bit, but yeah, it's very damp, so it's good. And you'll notice this planter, this soil that I also watered at the same time yesterday, is dried out. So that just proves that adding the cups is more beneficial for the plants and the saving of water and resources for future homes and irrigation and farms or whatever, planting, growing. And the cups could be reused or buried at a certain depth to retain the water. There you go. All this will be in one unit, and it could be cut down. So if I only needed 2 rows, man, that will fit right here. If there's more over here, I'll simply cut it, and that'll give me this, and then I'll apply it in the planter. Similar to that. And in this case, these do fit, so I'll put them in there like that. And there will go on here, and then the plant will just grow, and then I'll have unlimited supply of water. This would be great for desert landscapes and drought. Crises around the world. As you can see, this planter right here in front of the yard, 11305 Wyborn Avenue. So we have this planter, and you can see the dirt is very dry, because what happens is, say for example this was the planter and you applied water in there, the water just drops. So what needs to happen is there needs to be like this little cup here, it has like these little rivets in there that catch the water. That's what needs to happen with these, and it's really simple to create. It just needs a master mold or something. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get these and these little cups, and they could be sold in a sheet that could be cut out. So right here it would be a whole sheet round, and maybe buried all the way down here, or maybe all the way in the bottom, or halfway, whatever, or just around, like a certain certain depth, so the roots could go in there and take some of the water. And remembering that some of the roots are going to be outside of this, so if it was just 4 and the root system was down here, then it won't get drowned out. Some of the roots could go in here, but it will only absorb as much as it needs and it requires. So I'm gonna bury these right now, and we'll see how these plants grow, if it will even make a difference. Just a little prototype. So I buried some of the, I dug some of the dirt out. I put it over here on the side for now. And I filled these cups in with dirt, which will be filled in with the water eventually once I bury it. And I water the plant, or it rains, the water will stay stagnant in there, and it will be good because it will create algae and mold inside of the cups, and it will create bacteria which will feed the dirt, and the bacteria will eat it and it will die, and the roots will eventually eat that. So it's very good for the plant. And basically it's plastic, it's cheap, but this could be made as a mold and sold, and it could be laid down on grass, yards for grass. Imagine that whole area being covered with them, maybe like a foot, like similar to this. And then once that's down, you just bury it. No one will ever see it at a site. See that? So it'll be just like that. No one even knows they're there. So they could be down there right now and you wouldn't even know it. So I'm gonna do the same process on this side and insert those. So I dug up the other side. I already did this side. Now I dug up this side. So I'm gonna add these in there. Just like that. I could probably use a little bit more, but for now I'll just demonstration purposes. I'll do it like this and I'll bury it. And I think with this idea, this approach or whatever, I could probably leave the plants like this without water for a week, so it will require less water, which will be good on the water bill for whoever installs this. And there it is. It's done. Just a planter now, just like this other planter. And what I'm gonna experiment on is this right here. See how it's like there's a space and it's like kind of dry. It's like a dry spell. So I'm gonna see if this side will be the same. And I think these little cups can actually be installed inside of the planter in the future, like little cups, half cups, like something like that, and the water will just go in there and it will sit in there, and you know, gravity will push it up, like the cycle of life. It goes up, it condensates, and it goes up to the clouds. It goes into the clouds, and then that's fog up there with water, and then eventually falls, and that's how the cycle goes, and water is purified and clean for the environment and the earth. Learned that shit in elementary, right? There you go. So here I am watering it. What's happening is the water is dropping down, and usually it will just go all the way to the bottom, but in this case it will start filling in those like little chambers, those cups, and it will retain the water for a longer period of time. And the plastic, as everyone already knows, or I'm sure they know, most people know, that they deteriorate very, very slowly. So it's a great way to recycle plastic, since plastic is a universal problem in the world. So It's also creating a solution for waste, and at the same time it's saving people money with their water bill. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna try maybe doing a little section here, or an area, maybe not here specifically, but an area, and test it out. Maybe the grass will be a little bit greener, especially, you can say the grass is greener on the other side, right? The grass is green right here, my bro. See that? Wasted water. This shit would just dry up real quick, especially in the summer. Because you have those little cups down there, it'll retain the water. And I don't want to be a broken record and keep repeating myself, but that's just a fact.